Sorry if you guys can't understand me. I'm not feeling the best doing this video, but remember, if you see the pause symbol, pause, take whatever notes you can, and go on to the next slide. If you don't need to take any notes, don't pause. The objective, the student will know what is a fraction. This will be done through a presentation and classroom activity. Remember, the classroom activity tomorrow is pizza. So we're going to do a pizza presentation, and it has a worksheet that goes along with the presentation. So if you watch it tonight, you'll be able to get pizza basically first run. Every time you get a question wrong, you're going to have to go back down and do it till you get all the questions right. Fractions. Fractions are not that hard. Fractions are actually just dividing, but we'll find that out a little bit later. But the way that I deal with fractions is pizzas. First, how many pizzas do you have? You have one pizza. It's one pizza right there. That's how many you see. That's why we have that one in the top left, middle left corner. You see one because you can put one pizza as one pizza, or you can put it as 1/1. In a minute, we're going to find out what that is. But sometimes you're not used to seeing fractions as written 1/1. You're used to seeing it as 1/1 like that. But those three things there are all the same. 1, 1-1, and 1/1 are all the same thing. This is why math is confusing. You have three different ways to represent one whole pizza. So again, we're going to try and make this less confusing now. 1/1. Again, one pizza. So one pizza with 1/1. That top number represents the parts of the pizza. Since we didn't cut up the pizza, there are no parts. The bottom number represents wholes because you have one whole pizza. So on this next one, what we're going to do, we have that one pizza again, but we're going to cut it in half with our pizza cutter. Right now we have 2/2. Because if you notice, there's two parts, and then the whole pizza, there's two whole parts that make the whole. So you have to have two parts to make the whole. So in other words, 1/1 and 2/2, do you see they're the same? Are they the same? Well, yeah. Because even though it has a cut, 2/2 and 1/1 mean the same thing. So they're the exact same number. So we have our pizza. This time we're going to cut it once, and we're going to eat half of the pizza. So that's 1/2. 1 is the part. That's how many parts of the pizza we have left out of 2, the whole. There's 2 whole pizzas. 2 slices of pizza make a whole. This time we're going to cut it once, and we're going to cut it again. And we're going to eat half the pizza again. 2 parts, because we have 2 parts left, and there was originally 4 whole pieces, so we have 2/4. Well, this, 1/2 and 2/4. Again, are they the same? Well, yeah, Mr. Beuthin, they look the same because they are the same. One just has to cut through it, so they are equivalent fractions. That's what it's called, equivalent fractions. Next, we have 4 wholes. So you saw me take off the one part, so we have 3 parts over 4 wholes. This next one on the bottom, we eat 2 slices. There's another slice. So we've actually eaten 3 slices. So we have 4 parts, and of the slices left, so 1 whole and 4 parts. Sorry, 1 part and 4 wholes. So this one's 8 out of 8. If we cut that piece of pizza 8 times, we have 8 slices. So it's 8 out of 8. This one is 6 out of 8. We've eaten 2, so there's 6 slices left. This one's 3 out of 8. There's 3 slices left. And this one is 5 out of 8. There's 5 parts and 8 wholes. So now, are these the same? Is 3 out of 4 the same as 6 out of 8? Well, it doesn't look like it because I've actually tilted the pizza on the side, but yes, they are the same. Because if we cut that pizza 8 times, 8 times 6 out of 8 is equal to 3 out of 4. We just turn it and it'll actually be the same. Yes, they are equivalent fractions. We'll go over equivalent fractions later. This is just the basic understanding. So if you need to pause because you don't understand what I'm saying because I kind of sound like, I don't know, a troll or something, feel free to pause and go back. I'm sorry that I jumbled up a little. Like I said, Mr. B isn't feeling good. So now time for you to try it on your own. So try it on your own. You're going to get in a second. You're going to have to do something similar to this on the worksheet. But what does it say? What not to do. Okay, what not to do before when you do try it on your own. So this is stuff I'm going to be looking for when you're doing your worksheet. So right over there, that top one, why is that what not to do? I covered 3 out of 8. Yeah, I did it right, Mr. Beuthin. No, you didn't. Well, this one. 1/4. Well, I did 1/4. Still wrong. This one, 1/4 again. I did 4 wholes. They're right there. I colored. Nope, still wrong. 2/2. Well, why are these all wrong, Mr. Beuthin? I did what you said. I made 4 holes, and then I colored in what it. Well, they're wrong because they're not equal parts. And in a second, you're going to see equal parts come up in a second. They are not equal parts, and this is where most people get sent back to their seat. They don't have to be drawn perfect. But in a second, you're going to see that top one, they're not equal parts. That bottom one, if you were going to split that that thing up with 4 people, everyone would get an equal size slice. On the top one, you're not getting an equal size slice. Someone's going to get half the pizza, and the other people get what's left. So your slices of your pizza, or your slice of your fraction, all have to be of equal size. So everyone gets a fair share of their pizza, candy bar, whatever you're breaking up. Here's your next pause slide. Again, if you can't understand what I'm saying, you have to go back. Feel free to go back. If you don't, continue on with the rest of the presentation. So what I need you guys to do right now, fill out 2/8, 1/2. So make on a piece of paper, draw exactly what the fractions say. My answers may look different, but feel free. I'm going to be quiet for a sec so you guys can work, and then unpause it when you're ready and look at the answers. Okay, your answers may look different, but again, we're looking at that you made equal parts. Are they equal parts? And did you color in the 5 out of 6, or the 1 out of 2, the 1/2, or the 2 out of 8? Did you color those in? They may look different, but those are examples of answers you may have. Here's another one, similar to what you're going to see on your classroom activity tomorrow. Tell me the answers. What fractions do we have shaved in? Shaded in. So please take a minute, and here's your answers. So again, you guys should have that. 6/8. We have 8 total pieces. 6 are shaded in, and so on and so forth. So hopefully you did pretty good on those. Sorry, it kind of went to the talking, so you might have to rewind it so you got the right answers. But to recap, first we know how to read fractions. The top number is the parts. The bottom number is the whole. And then after we figured out what somewhat equivalent fractions are, we're going to do more equivalent fractions later. But right now we're just worrying about basic fractions. Next, equal parts. When you're filling in your own fractions, everyone has to get an equal piece of the pie, or equal piece of the pizza, or candy bar, or brownie. Remember, cut equal parts. So that's the next part. Equal parts, fractions. Fractions aren't too hard, you guys. So we're going to have some fun activity. I want to say it is like 16 questions long tomorrow. If you get 100%, you immediately get your slice of pizza. So it's a fun little activity. Hopefully you guys understand it. If you don't, ask for some help tomorrow when you're working on that worksheet. To recap, the student will know what is a fraction. This will be done through a presentation and classroom activity. So again, sorry, my voice is a little bit off. I told you guys I haven't been feeling the best, so hopefully this video is a little bit, you can still understand what I'm saying. If not, watch it a few times and hopefully you'll understand through my broken voice about what I'm trying to tell you. Good luck and have fun, you guys.